Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. We're going to talk today about XRP and Ripple. We're going to talk about Ripple's recent decision to launch a stablecoin. I do not think people really understand the gravity of this, and I don't even think the media understands it, but I'm going to say it once again because I think this was a deal set up between the U.S. government and Ripple because the U.S. government no longer has as many buyers as it once did for its currency, the US dollar, and US treasuries. All right. This story is out of Investopedia. It's entitled Why Ripple is Launching a Stablecoin. So let's see what they have to say, because as always, I never read these stories ahead of time. It says blockchain technology company Ripple said Thursdays it plans to launch a US dollar denominated stablecoin in an effort to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and traditional finance and to generate more uses and liquidity for the XRP Ledger blockchain. Ripple's new stablecoin will be issued on both XRP Ledger and Ethereum networks at first. That's really exciting that it's going to be on both platforms. And the main goal is to drive more liquidity, developers and users to the XRP Ledger, which is a native blockchain of the digital asset XRP. It joins the growing stablecoin market in which crypto traders are pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar and are backed by US dollar deposits, short-term US treasuries, and other cash equivalents. So XRP was developed by Ripple for one main use, and that was bank-to-bank transfers, right? It is a banking coin. It was set up as a network to attach banks all around the world and to allow them the platform to run their own central bank digital currencies on top of XRP. Now, we know that the U.S. government has had some horrible bond auctions lately. We know that countries are slowing down their purchases. And we also know that countries like Japan, a major holder of U.S. treasuries, are now saying, or at least they have been saying for over a year and a half now, that we may be forced to liquidate a bunch of our holdings U.S. dollar holdings, because we have to prop up our own currencies. Currencies around the world are failing. And when you see pairs like the Japanese yen as compared to the US dollar trade, it's falling pretty darn rapidly, okay? And so the US knows that if they don't keep exporting inflation somehow, which means finding a buyer of their treasuries or their dollars, we are going to have a hyperinflation. Why? Because they have to keep printing money to keep this Ponzi scheme going. Now, we know that SEC has been attacking Ripple. There's no hiding that. And we know that they've been losing on all fronts when it comes to the actual court case, SEC versus Ripple. It's interesting timing in the middle of all of this, because think about it. Ripple has been developing the XRPL, the ledger, for a long time. They could have done this a long time ago. They've been focusing on building that platform and I'm pretty sure the team over XRP at Ripple, are I always say it's synonymous with each other, but it's not. I apologize. They're watching, and they know they have been focused on the digital currencies around the world aspect and tying banking system together for banking peer-to-peer transactions. This was not intended for peer-to-peer in person. However, this stablecoin will do two things. It will grow adoption rapidly. It will create a buyer for U.S. securities. And so this is what I think is going to happen. I think before you know it, I'm not saying tomorrow or next month, before you know it, all of a sudden an XRP ETF is going to come about and the government's going to allow it. Why do I believe that? Because the government knows as more money floods into XRP and it gets bigger, that's more money, especially with that stable coin that banks start picking up. That's even more demand for their currency, the US dollar. That's a good thing. Now, you've seen what's happened lately with the Bitcoin ETF and the sheer amount of money that has flown in from companies like BlackRock, managing pension funds and private money. You can only imagine the demand for dollars and bonds when all of a sudden people are buying up XRP and those stable coins, meaning hedge funds, banks. This is a big deal, especially if you start to see an interest rate paid on this. So it says the Ripple stablecoin is also expected to be launched on additional blockchains over time. This is the natural step for Ripple to continue building the gap, or bridging the gap, between traditional finance and crypto, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said in a statement. Ripple continues to deal with a lawsuit from the Securities and Exchange Commission regarding the legal classification of XRP as a security. We already know where that judgment lies. It says here, a massive holder of XRP, which is Ripple, has an incentive to bring more financial activity to XRP Ledger, and it's no secret that the decentralized finance sector is mostly built on stablecoins on various blockchains. Now, who else understands this? Countries around the world. They understand the XRP blockchain because a lot of them have chosen to hire companies like Ripple and even Stellar to help them develop their own currency to run on top of those ledgers. So, if they're going to hold dollars, wouldn't they like to hold dollars on a stablecoin platform that they can track on the blockchain? The answer would be yes. Why? Because they're able to watch everybody else's transactions. And this is what I'm sure Brad Garlinghouse and the team over at Ripple are going to be explaining. See, this is why I made my investment so long ago in this. It's to me completely separate from the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana realms of cryptocurrencies or networks, right? Because it has a different purpose, and that main purpose is to supply a way to move money or value, right, across the world from banks and governments interchangeably. So, where do you think that it's going? I think that XRP has a massive future ahead of it because it has a company like Ripple developing it, and that's why I'm holding it. I'm not selling it anytime soon. Hope you got something out of this. The Economic Ninja is out.